Jeremy Thompson, and this is Doc Talks Tech. Today I'm super excited to have this product here, the Dash Rapid Cold Brew System. Now why is it that I'm so excited about this? Well, let's talk a little bit about cold brew. Cold brew is like coffee concentrate, and with the current ways of making cold brew, it takes somewhere between 16 to 24 hours to finish a batch of cold brew. So that can, do you decide if you want coffee the day before that you actually want coffee? I don't know anybody that makes decisions like that. So that's why we've got this really cool Dash Rapid Cold Brew System. This takes a 24-hour process and reduces it to 15 minutes. So let's talk about the individual components that make up the Dash Rapid Cold Brew System. We've got the carafe, which holds 50 ounces of water for everybody in the United States. For the rest of the world, that's 1,500 milliliters. We've got the coffee container, which holds on to the coffee throughout the entire process and is relatively easy to clean. Then we've got the Dash base itself with the timer here on this knob, and then once you've put it on whichever time you're setting there, you hit the power button and off it goes. Now, if you're using your Dash for the first time, you need to make sure that you've put it on 2 minutes, you've filled up the carafe all the way to 50 ounces, and you've gone ahead and let it run through one cycle and discarded that water. This is to go ahead and clean out the Dash from the factory. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at it in motion. Okay, so the lid on the coffee container twists off counterclockwise. Go ahead and set that aside. And you can go ahead and pull out your ground guard. And the ground guard has a top and a bottom part. And the top part slips off. There's a little rubber gasket that the top slips around there. And you take the ground guard for the bottom, just stick it down in there, give it a little twist, make sure it's nice and firm, and it is. So now what we're going to do, I've already gone ahead and figured out the proper ratio of water to coffee that is going to work best for me. I am a seasoned coffee drinker, and I like my cold brew nice and rich, so I have figured out that I like the 2 cups of coffee to the minimum amount of water, which is 35 ounces or 1,000 milliliters for our friends in the rest of the world. And people may be asking, well, what kind of coffee can I use in my cold brewer? You can use any kind of coffee you want. I've got Maxwell House here. Some people may say that's blasphemy, doing cold brew with Maxwell House, but I can guarantee you it tastes amazing. Why use the expensive stuff when you can use the cheap stuff and it tastes just as good? The cold brew that I've made at home with my previous cold brewers have always been much better than what I could purchase at any famous coffee store. So once we've got I kind of jumped the gun there. Once we got our grounds inside, we go ahead and push our grounds guard down on top there, and you want to make sure that it lays nice and flat. That's per the instructions in the book. I imagine they have a pretty good reason for asking you to do that. Alright, so then clockwise to tighten the the coffee container, and then slip it back on the Dash. To set the timer on the Dash, simply adjust the knob. Like I said, I'm going to go for the full 15 minutes. That's where you're going to get the strongest brew. And then you hit the power button. And the Dash takes off. Now most of the action you'll see over here in the carafe. And what it's going to start doing is pulling the water down, which it's doing now, and it's pulling it over here into the coffee container reservoir. I was so fascinated by this the first time I saw it because I've been pretty busy and I haven't really looked into how the Dash worked. I just knew I wanted good cold brew in a quick period of time. But this thing is amazing. It actually has a little fountain on the inside there. See that element there? That's actually going to have cold brew coming up out of it. And what this device does is it distributes the cold brew evenly between this reservoir and this reservoir, and it makes just a terrific tasting cup of coffee. Okay, now here's where the magic really starts to happen. Now you see the cold brew has emerged from the fountain, and now it's going to begin coming back. It's going to begin flooding back over here into the carafe. Alright, so the Dash is finishing up the process now. The carafe is filling up slowly.
now the Dash has finished up, and you can see we started with 35 milliliters of water, and we probably have about 30 now. Yeah, roughly 30 milliliters. So we got 5 ounces of water over here chilling in our grounds. But that's it. That's all it takes to make a 15-minute brew that tastes pretty much to the equivalent of a 16 to 20 hour brew in one of my other cold brewers.
Cleanup is relatively simple. You can take your carafe and pour it into whatever you want. You just twist the lid to open the spout and pour it into a glass or a pitcher or whatever you want, or you can keep it in the carafe and store it in the fridge. The coffee container lifts off. You can twist the lid off. Lift out the grounds guard and you'll get a nice firm coffee disc. You can rotate that and it falls right out into your trash. Now, cleanup of the Dash is relatively simple, but I do want to caution you about pouring coffee grounds down your drain. The Dash has quite a few coffee grounds remaining on it once the process is complete, and you do not want that much coffee grounds going down your sink. So figuring out how we're going to keep all those coffee grounds out of our plumbing system is going to be a bit of a challenge. So that's my only real complaint about the Dash. Other than that, all the components of the Dash, with the exception of the base station itself, are completely dishwasher safe as long as you use them in the top rack. That's straight from the recommendation in the manual. I hope that your cold brewing experience is as exciting as mine was. I can tell you that I have tried the 15-minute 2-cup coffee, 35-ounce water ratio, and it tastes fantastic, and it only took 15 minutes. I'm super excited about having my cold brew, and now I'm even more excited because I can make cold brew ice cubes to go in my cold brew, and it doesn't take 2 days for the process to be completed. Now, I consider myself a coffee veteran, so I may be drinking a little more cold brew than you do. Remember, you can always dilute it with water, and I, of course, like to enjoy mine over ice with a little half and half. I hope that you enjoy your Dash Cold Brewer as much as I enjoy mine. Damn, that's good. It really is. It's great. It's so good. My mind is like, what? 15 minutes? Wow. Wow. And it's Maxwell House. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please check out my website, doctalkstech.com, for more exciting reviews on more exciting products coming soon. If you found value from this video, like it and subscribe. I want to say that this is the first of many. I'm super excited to be doing this. I love technology. I love playing with new things, and I hope that you'll join me for more of my journey. We can try out more exciting products together. Thanks for watching.